regarding Hare Krishna. So let's read that. So what it says is Om Agyana Timrandasya. I was born in the darkest ignorance, and my spiritual master opened my eyes with the torch of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisance unto him. And the second shloka, Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam. That shloka, the translation was, when will Srila Rupa Goswami Prabhupada, who has established within this material world the mission to fulfill the desire of Lord Chaitanya, give me shelter under his lotus feet? So both of this is referring to the Guru and our parampara, the Guru Rupa Goswami. So Rupa Goswami was the direct disciple of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself when he came 540 years back, and he was the disciple of Rupa Goswami. So in the first one, he's saying that I was living in the darkest ignorance. This Kali Yuga, Kali means as the black, and darkest ignorance world I'm living here, and my spiritual master is opening my eyes. Opening is not this eyes, my chakshu, my the knowledge. He is opening through the torch of knowledge, through his gyan, through the shastras. He's giving me the guidance, and I offer my obeisance unto at his lotus feet. And the second one is he's asking the same. When the Rupa Goswami, who is the disciple of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when I will get the shelter at his lotus feet. So both the prayers is remembering the parampara, remembering our Guru. And this is always be important that, and I mentioned many times, whenever we do anything in the service, we have to give the credit to Guru. Because of Guru is coming. So if you go up and up in that parampara, then you will see that the Krishna is helping all the parampara. And we will read more about the parampara thing in the chapter number 4, all the transcendental knowledge. And Krishna is saying that this knowledge I am not giving you now or to Arjuna. This I gave 120 million years back. And every yuga I come in one of the yuga. As we know, this time he came in Dwapar Yuga. When the cycle will again, the annihilation happen, again the 4 yuga will come. Might Krishna will come in the Satya Yuga himself. But this yuga, he came in Dwapar Yuga. So our confusion will happen. Oh, Krishna came in Dwapar Yuga, Vishnu came in Satya Yuga. How the Krishna is supreme? That's very typical questions will come, right? That is our ignorance because we don't know about the Shastras. We got this knowledge from अपने माता पिता या दादा परदादा, वो उन्होंने तो ऐसे ही बोला था इसलिए हमने मान लिया बात. When we open the CNN, right? If CNN will tell some news, immediately we will believe. Why? Oh, CNN is authoritative news. Sometimes they will come back, okay, apologies because this news is not right. They will do the mistake, but Krishna never do the mistakes. So Krishna, when he come in the Dwapar Yuga, he come himself. He directly come from the Goloka Vrindavan to the Dwapar Yuga. But in all other Yuga, his direct incarnations are coming. Like we know the 10 avatars. So he come by directly. So now today we already started chapter 3, but I was giving some summary in the before also. So before starting the Karma Yoga thing, let me tell you one story. So there are a few questions after the story. So be prepared. Okay. There was a king. Usually the kings, what they will do is, most of the king, not only few of the kings are very cruel, but most of the kings, they are very danveer kind of thing. And one of the king, he always, once a month, he invite hundreds of Brahmins and feed them nice prasadam and food. And also at that same time, he will give the gift also. Then again, next month, he will call 100 Brahmanas. And once happen is, because he is feeding to the 100 Brahmanas in kitchen area, wherever the cooks are cooking there, right? They are making the nice prasadam. Somehow one snake came in, and in the kheer, he saw the milk, and he started drinking the milk from the kheer. But during that process, he left some poison also. So no one noticed that one, snake left, and that prasadam is feed to 100 and Brahmanas. We are good, right? So because of that, all 100 Brahmanas got killed. They die. So the intention was very good. King want to feed Brahmanas, And the cook who cooked the prasadam, their intention was good because we are giving to the brahmanas. Whenever we will serve to brahmana is topmost quality because annadan is the topmost, and you are feeding to the Vaishnavas and the brahmana is again most. But somehow snake came, and due to that, 100 brahmanas killed. So now, looking from the Krishna's perspective, who should get the punishment for this? Whose mistake is this? Raise your hand. Whose punishment? Who should get the punishment? Okay, let's start with Khushbu. And then I saw Duij also. Okay, let's Khushbu. Who should get the punishment?
I think no, I don't think so. Like anybody will get punishment because nobody did like anything intentionally.
But
Snake.
someone has to get the punishment because 100 ब्राह्मणों का डेथ हुआ है तो किसी को तो पनिशमेंट तो देना पड़ेगा. ब्राह्मण हत्या मीन सबसे टॉप मोस्ट है. हेलिस्ट लाइफ में भी शायद जगह ना मिले अपने को, है ना, बट
And
किसी को तो
snake,
पनिशमेंट देना है. अब यमराज आएंगे, अगर किसी को लेके जाएंगे तो किसको देंगे?
the
Okay,
per-
now who wants to raise? Duij, you want to raise? Just give me the answer. Okay, king has to punish because he initiated the task, so he should get the punishment. Or snake, because he drink and he left the poison, he should get the punishment. And the
But
cook who cook it, but they didn't be the careful to cover that kheer thing, so that is their mistake also. So look like all three should get the punishment. Okay, what is your thing? It's a half story right now. Okay, yes, Krandeep.
Actually, okay, sorry.
Yeah. No, you, I'm hearing you. Yeah. Yes, actually.
Okay. Actually, if you can see from the topmost perspective, then king is the one who did something, who did wrong thing to appoint that person who is a bit careful not to cover the. But since king is the one, we cannot punish them directly because he is the emperor. So we have to then punish someone who we appoint them and who took the responsibility, right? So I
Okay.
think then that's why we are calling. And since the snake here was hungry and he was looking after some food, that's why he went there and drink the milk. But and this is what happened, right? So here the most important thing is, if we can consider, the king was having the fault of not selecting the cook who is bit means most responsible while doing his duty. But we
Okay.
cannot punish
So
king because
now,
he is the king.
who is the answer? What is your answer? Out of three, who should get the punishment?
cook.
No, one person. Just name it.
Basically,
Nothing is wrong.
cook, because we cannot punish
Cook.
king.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So cook should get punished. You are saying.
But if we are talking about the topmost, so Krishna will punish king.
King. Okay. So you all agree that first punishment should cook and the second is king. Okay, Duij.
it should be cooked because he didn't leave any food for the snake, so that's why he ate the kheer.
Okay, so cook should be good. But he didn't know that. He was cooking from so many months and he's feeding the Brahmana, right? So, okay. So one or other person, we are thinking most of cook. Okay, Jigna Mataji.
I think everyone would get punished because uh, to a certain percentage, everyone had some sort of a contribution unintentionally, but still.
Okay. So now we are on the chapter number this 3, which is talk about karma, right? Keep that karma thing. How this punishments is carry forward and we will get punished in some or other way, right? So now story is only half. I didn't finish the half story, but I want to see your opinion that who should get punished. Okay, now after that, 100 Brahmana died. So now Brahmana is not going to get punished because he was not there. And then the king thought, because of my initiative, because this was my program, so king decided that I should blame myself. And then he was really regret that because of all the initiative, Brahmanas got killed. So what he did is, I should be leaving this kingdom and I should live like a Brahmana. I should go and like a sages. So he gave all his kingdom and everything to his son, and then he left the place. So now he is going through the village, one night he want to stay somewhere because he wants to go other further apart. So he passing through the village. The there चौपाटी जैसा होता है ना, जहाँ पे बूढ़े बुजुर्ग लोग बैठ के बातें करते रहते हैं, अनवांटेड बातें करते हैं, गॉसिप्स. सो
Sure.
उनसे गया, ओके आई वांट टू स्टे वन नाइट, कैन यू टेल मी सम हाउस वेयर आई कैन स्टे वन नाइट सो दैट नेक्स्ट डे आई विल स्टार्ट माय जर्नी. So he went there, and then they show okay, there is a one brother and sister. They are living in one house. How they don't have parents? Why don't you go there and stay there one night, and then it should be good. So they went. The king went to their house, and then the night, and both the brother and sister, they allow king to, because he didn't dress like a king. He's like a sadhu. So he went there and they gave the food, and he stayed there. So next day morning, when the king was packing up all his stuff and about to leave, because that brother, he got up and he said, okay, why don't you take some food and on the way kind of thing. He was very generous. Then sister came, and sister woke up very late this morning. Then brother said, what happened? He said, when I got up early morning, I get into that meditation mode. And when I see that one, I noticed that in my dream, in my meditation, I saw that one king performing these kind of yagnas, feeding the brahmanas, and because of his activities and the cook and all the thing, he was to start meditating. He was to start seeing those things in a dream. And then king was listening. Okay, then what happened? What happened? He said about that. Okay, by the time I was about to get that, who should get punished? My dream got, the meditation was broke. So I'm going to continue that one from tomorrow. So king says, okay, can you allow me to stay one more night? I want to see that who got punished. So he said, okay. So king stayed one more day in their house. And when the king was there and that Chopati people, they were talking about that thing, then that people, the old people, they were sitting, and the group of the people, they were discussing, oh, king was asked me that he should stay only one night. Now after seeing that young girl, this boy, this one, now he was like lusty behavior and he wants to stay one more night. They keep on making the gossiping thing. Okay, this look like that happened, this happened, kind of thing. And they were making lot of other stories, unwanted stories, which we in the Sanskrit term we will say as a Prajalpa. So that happened. King listened to their gossip, and then he went their house. And the next day he want to hear from that girl that who got punished, because I'm so much interested now. So next day morning he was waiting that girl should come out of her dream and meditation and tell me that story. When she came, what girl says? Who got punished? Now we are puzzled, right? And king is there, he wants to listen to that thing. Then girl came and she said that once that happened, and all the people, and he was very eager to hear from that girl. And girl says that one, I heard that king did one, it was not his intention, and the cook did. Cook's intention was not to kill anyone, that's accident. And the snake is animal, he's not going to get that sin because he's hungry. So all three are not there. But all the sin is distributed among our villagers who are sitting in the chopati.
Oh.
Why? They took all the bad karma of the king who initiated that one, but the people who are sitting and gossiping and blaming for the king and all other people and about that kingdom, they distributed that sinful activity among them. Why it happens that the people who are there, they got the punishment? Not the king, not the snake, not the cook. It's a very puzzling, right? But at the beginning, as Khushbu said, that no one should get punished. That's true. But realistically, the king is the thing which he blamed that one, because this was my program. Because of that one, Brahmanas got killed. But because of these people who are gossiping and blaming one another and telling all other bad thing about the king, so whenever the learning point here is, whenever we say bad for other people, his bad karma will come to us. So that's why these people, they are sitting and telling about the bad about that king, and which was not right. They took their bad karma, king's bad karma, and distributed among themselves. So these people will get the punished. King has that bad karma because he did it. There are few other stories I will bring that one where uh, king accidentally he gave the cow to the brahmanas, but the next month he was willing to give the cow, but the same cow came to his backyard and he donated again. So the brahmana says, you donated to this brahmana, again you are donating that cow. How you can do that one? And then king says, yeah, it was my mistake, and king got punished. It was not his intention, but accidentally also you do that one, king got punished. But in this case, the learning point as part of the karma is people will always think that, okay, mere karma ka to mujhe milega, but there are some small thin gap line there. If we are talking about the bad about the other people, gossiping, unwanted gossip, and blaming other for, okay, he did it, that did it, then their bad karma will come to us. That is the learning thing. So we need to avoid unnecessary prajalpa, unnecessary talk about the other people. भाई ये पड़ोसी तो ऐसा है वैसा है करके ऐसे बहुत सारी कहानियां हमारी, है ना। तो ऐसे में एक और स्टोरी ऐसी कर्मों से रिलेटेड है। एक साधु होता है, मतलब ब्रह्मचारी, एंड ही वाज ऑलवेज रिसाइटिंग द भागवत गीता श्लोक, बट opposite to his house there was a Vaishya who was singing and dancing all the day. So this Brahmana, he was reading Bhagavad Gita. At the same time, he was thinking, oh, this lady early morning, he was dancing, this or that. उसका ध्यान Bhagavad Gita में नहीं है. But when he was reciting the Bhagavad Gita, the other side, the lady was trying to listen, that he was so fortunate, this brahmachari. And he was so fortunate to read every day Bhagavad Gita. I am so unfortunate that I have to morning to get my earning. I have to sing, dance, and like make joyful to the other people. She was thinking good for the Brahmana, and Brahmana is thinking bad for other people.
Ah,
And the same day, they both died. Yamraj came. Who is going to the hellish life?
the Brahmana.
You see? Now we are learning. The answer is promptly come, the Brahmana.
Hmm.
So our thought process, this is what the Bhagavad Gita teaches us all the time. When we think about other in the bad way, their bad karma will come to us. So we have to be very, very careful. अगर हम दूसरों को अच्छा नहीं बोल सकते तो एटलीस्ट बुरा मत बोलो. That is the learning thing. So now, as I touched in the previous class also, our sakarma, akarma, and vikarma. Some people think, there are most of the people think, oh, Prabhuji, I don't want to be into that one. What I want to do is, I don't want to do good or bad. Is it good? आप कुछ नहीं करना चाहते, शास्त्रों को भी रेफर नहीं कर रहे, किसी को तकलीफ भी नहीं दे रहे, कुछ भी नहीं कर रहे हैं आप. Is it good? किसी को तकलीफ भी नहीं दिया, किसी के लिए बुरा भी नहीं सोचा, and you are not following Shastra, but you are a very peaceful person. What Bhagavad Gita says, is it good or bad? Answer. Sandeep, you are deeply thinking, look like. Tell me the answer. If no action is a good action.
I remembered a song, भला किसी का कर ना सको तो बुरा किसी का मत करना.
Yeah. वो सही है. But what Bhagavad Gita says now, if no action is still inaction.
Yeah.
The reason is
That's also wrong. You have to do
also wrong.
wrong,
Because
right?
you every day you are getting the sin. कैसे?
Correct. Because you are not, if you are not doing anything, it means that you are not, acknowledging God, right? You are not remembering God. You are not. So that's
Let's
also
take
one of the.
example. Let's take example. Example से बड़ा clear हो जाता है. Sandeep is walking, and when he walk, he killed so many bugs. And he get into the car, he left. Does he got punished? He will get the punishment for that? It was not his intention. He was walking. He didn't see below.
Oh, acha.
Right? And now you're breathing. While breathing, you are killing so many germs also. You have to breathe to survive. Still, you are killing. So now you are building your sin. It was not intention. It was not your thought that you want to do the bad thing. But now, if we not attached to Krishna and we are not like akarma behavior, we are still building the our sakarma thing is. We are following the Shastra, we are not following the Shastra, but I am not like as Khushbu was singing that song. अगर किसी का भला नहीं तो दूसरे को बुरा भी नहीं करना है. But उन दोनों process में, but still I am doing the sin. No action is not good. We have to take action. We have to be part of akarma or completely vikarma. Akarma is follow the Shastras and behave accordingly. If you say, oh, मैं चलते फिरते 4-5 कॉकरोच और कीड़े मकोड़े मार दिया, it was my mistake, because that the way is for human being to walk. Why, what they are doing there, or accidentally kill, it was not my mistake. But you will still get the punishment. Like the king who gave the same cow, donated twice, he will get the punishment. The Brahmana who is reading the Bhagavad Gita, but his intention is bad for other lady. He's not doing any bad, but his thought giving him the sin. So every day, every second, we are doing the sin. So now, what is the action plan? How we can come out of, if I have some sin, one sin also, I am eligible to come back to this planet. Now it's become little complicated. So कैसे complete करके यहाँ से दफा दफा होके भगवान के धाम जाए? So we have to practice in the association of devotees. We have to learn from them what we should do, so that I know that without, I'm teaching Bhagavad Gita. Before this class, I was in another class. I was doing all the things, but still every day I'm doing mistakes. I'm up. मनस में भी आप किसी के लिए बुरा सोचते हैं तो you are eligible to go to hell.
तो बोलना ही नहीं है, सोचना भी नहीं है.
सोचना भी नहीं है. ये तो बड़ा मुश्किल काम है भाई. ऐसे तो कैसे जिंदगी चलेगी, राइट? हमें किसी के बारे में तो गॉसिप चाहिए थोड़ा सा, है ना? मेंस बहुत ज्यादा करते हैं, हो सकता है लेडीज ना करती हो. हम लोग ऑफिस में बात कर रहे हैं, भाई ऐसा हो गया, थोड़ा पॉलिटिकल हो जाता है. बट भी अपना माइंडसेट वी हैव टू कीप क्लीन. इट्स अ प्रैक्टिस, राइट? सो संदीप बुराई करेगा किसी की, अब मेरे को मैं बोलूंगा अरे भाई शांत हो जाए, ठीक है कोई बात नहीं, वो अपनी जी रहा है, हम लोग कह सकते हैं. But the point here, the learning point, what Bhagavad Gita teaches us is how to make our consciousness pure, our intention. We are going to do the mistake. Krishna knows this one. अगर यहाँ पे हमें कोई नया स्टेट बनाना है तो सबसे पहले हम लोग बनाएंगे जेल. हमें पहले मालूम है कोई ना कोई तो कुछ करेगा, जेल तो बना के रखना पड़ेगा, गलतियां तो कोई ना कोई करेगा ही. तो भगवान ने ये जेल बना रखा हमारे लिए. ये पृथ्वी लोक इस जेल है, हम फंस गए हैं इधर. पर किसी जेल के अंदर आप जाके देखेंगे तो पूरा एयर कंडीशन सब कुछ फैसिलिटी भी दिएंगे जो टॉप ए क्लास के मुजरिम है, राइट? दे हैव गुड फैसिलिटी, स्विमिंग पूल, जिम विम सब इंडोर होगा. जो थोड़ा सेकंड क्लास का होगा उसको जिम बाहर की तरफ ग्राउंड में होगा. जो थर्ड होगा उसको तो जिम ही ना हो शायद. बट दे आर प्रोवाइडिंग दिस फैसिलिटी इनसाइड द जेल, बट वी आर इन द बिगर जेल ना. पर सुनने में हमने कभी ऐसा सोचा ही नहीं था, राइट? इस तरीके से हमने भागवत गीता को समझने की कोशिश नहीं की, क्योंकि भगवान बता रहे हैं कि मैं तुम्हें जेल में डाल चुका हूं, पर मैं तुम्हारे साथ इस जेल में भी आता हूं. द्वापर युग ही केम टू दिस जेल टू गिव दैट नॉलेज सो दैट वी कैन गो बैक टू हिज प्लेस. मेक सेंस टिल नाउ? So we need to understand this karma thing, this activity. It's not easy. It's a very complicated topic. That how my karma, मैंने तो किसी के लिए बुरा भी नहीं सोचा. आपने नहीं भी सोचा होगा. No action is also an action which will have a reaction. So we need to think a little bit deeper. Then we need to improve. So now we know that I was keep on telling, like me and Sandeep and other team, we always, okay, what is the root cause of this? Now we are slowly understanding our root cause. Our desire, lust, anger, greed, jealousy, envy, these are all our root cause. Because of that, we put into the jail. Now in jail, we have birth, death, cycle. Is not guaranteed that you will get the human form and you will get this knowledge. You might get the human form, you born in Uganda in jungle. You are still human. You are still eating animal and doing the hunting. Then you will leave this body, go into the same cycle again. Again, you will get the human form. अब luckily हम लोग भारतवर्ष में पैदा होकर के हमको भागवत गीता की नॉलेज मिल रही है. There is no guarantee that you will get the human form and still live like this lavish life. Correct? तो हमको ये human birth, now Krishna's knowledge directly coming to us, to take very seriously. Any questions about the karma, akarma, vikarma mein? Anything? आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है. If you are saying something, Sandeep or Khushbu, you are in mute. Okay, you are not saying anything. You are talking about each other. Okay. Okay. Yes, Jigna Mata.
So कभी कभी ऐसा होता है कि we may not think bad of somebody or do somebody bad, but that person may have that perceived um, insecurity or whatever, right? Or misunderstanding or something. So
Yeah.
what happens in that case? Because that soul is still being hurt, is being in pain, but you haven't
Yeah.
caused it.
Correct.
तो ऐसे में क्या होता है? Who gets the blame?
Now we are very worried that किसको वो bad लगेगा. अभी because if your consciousness is pure, you are not thinking wrong about that person. And now you're talking about the miscommunication, but he think that I did some mistake, but my intention was not that bad. If you are in your heart, you think that you are not wrong, you should not get the karma. Whatever the karma he has it, he will get it. So with that, now I will give you one example of Buddha, Gautam Buddha, right? Dwej, I saw your hand. Let me finish this story. It's very important. Gautam Buddha met one Daku, and he came and he was shouting at him and giving all the bad words. And he was shouting like anything that, oh, you are not doing anything, भिक्षु की तरह मांग रहे हो, खा रहे हो, तुम्हारी कोई जिंदगी है, ये है, वो है, फलाना, and so, bad thing. And Gautam Buddha was keep listening 15-20 minutes. And then Daku said, मैं तुमको इतना बुरा कह जा रहा हूँ, तुमको कोई असर ही नहीं पड़ता है, क्या हो रहा है? So then he gave the example, if you bring me some gift, and if I say that I don't needed this gift, the gift is go back to whom?
Hmm.
Right? So he is talking about all the bad thing, and Buddha is not going to accept that one. Then that bad thing will go back to that same person. If someone says, and you are not impacted with that bad words, you are just very calm and sober person, as a bhakt, pure bhakt की तरह है. भाई हो सकता है मिसकम्युनिकेशन हो गया होगा, गलती हो गई होगी. अगर मुझसे कोई गलती होती है मुझे क्षमा करना, बट आपसे नहीं हुई, आपको मालूम है. अगर आप वो एटीट्यूड रखते हैं और उसने जो भी बैड बोला है, ही विल गेट द इम्पैक्ट ऑफ दैट. You should not get it. That's the example proof as a Gautam Buddha. If he is giving you as a gift, you are not accepting it, that all the bad thing will go back to that same person. इसलिए कभी कभार miscommunication हो, so better what we teach in our material world, go and get the resolve. Ask that same person, is there any communication happen? Is that something I can help you in this one? Right? तो हमको उस तरीके से रिजॉल्व करना चाहिए. ये होता है, बैड कम्युनिकेशन हो जाता है. That's why we have daily stand-up calls. Office. So if something miscommunicated, so that we can resolve in 15 minutes. And it happens. उसके बाद भी होता है, किसी का एटीट्यूड प्रॉब्लम होता है, किसी का एंगर निश्चय होता है, किसी का इन ऑफिस, आई हैव सो मेनी अदर एम्प्लॉयज, दे हैव फैमिली इशू. जब वो ऑफिस में आते हैं वो पहले ही स्ट्रेस होते हैं, उनका ब्लड प्रेशर पहले ही हाई होता है. Right? वो इट्स नॉट द प्रॉब्लम ऑफ द वर्क दे आर हैंडलिंग इट, बट वंस यू गो एंड आस्क देम एंड डिस्कस, दे आर ऑलरेडी इन एंगरनेस मोड. We have some people, right? I worked with them. There are a couple of my previous team members. Now they are very good actually. Then I asked them, what is the problem and how I can help you? Then they say, oh, I have divorces going on. My son is not this, my school dropout, and I have my own health issues. There are a bunch of things happening because this is Dukhalayam. Everyone is suffering. So when he come, then I say, okay, relax. It's not complicated thing. And we are, as I said, no one is going to die for this. So just take a break. If you are not feeling well, go back home, relax. When I was telling those kind of words, he said, oh, it's nice. He was very pleased and he went back, right? So we have to think in that way, how we can please, right? So Dwej, you were raising your hand. Okay, go ahead.
Is it like this that everyone is like in their soul is the same? Like in your next life you're gonna be like someone else, but everyone's soul is yours, just in a different birth.
I didn't get that question very well. Can you?
So let's say,
Soul is same soul.
yeah,
Okay.
your
No,
soul in the next birth, it will turn into something else.
no,
So
no, no. Soul won't change. Soul is same.
yeah,
We
it's
are
just
eternally connected to the Krishna. Our individual soul is same. Our desire and choice is different. Because of that, this life, your desire is different than mine. Right? Your desire may be very pure. Oh, I want to serve Krishna. I want to love Krishna. That desire and choice is different than mine. I want to enjoy, have fun, and everything. That is my choice, right? And the choice, Krishna won't interfere with that, our choice. He will give whatever is your choice is. But the choice is my action, and I have to suffer the reaction also. If my choice is bad, my reaction will be bad, and I have to suffer. So based on that one, I will get the next body, and the next body most of the time is already ready, right? But now, if I change my consciousness, remaining of my life, maybe my life is 10 years or 10 days, if my choice is change, Krishna will change my body immediately. Because in so many places in Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, it says that like sarva dharmam parityagya maam ekam sharanam vaja. सब कुछ छोड़ करके if मेरी शरण में आते हो, then you don't have to fear. I will take away all your sin. And not from this birth, many other birth, I will take all your sin. So answer to your question, the soul is remain the same. We cannot burn, die, anything. As
yeah,
soon you will leave this body, it will go. But our choice make the difference that what body you will get.
yeah, that wasn't my question. My question was that, yeah, the soul moves from this body to that body to this body to that. But is it like our soul is everybody's soul, but in a different birth?
No, soul is same.
Yeah, like everyone's soul is the same because they're just in different birth.
Yeah, like okay, simple way में कैसे समझाएंगे इसको? Soul is same. Krishna says that soul is remain the same. Our choice, our desire make the difference, right? Okay, now you say Dwej. Yeah, Sandeep, you have some points? Yeah.
Actually, what I am understanding, like what his question is everybody's souls are same or different? What he is actually pointing?
Yeah, soul is same. Bhagavad Gita second chapter is clearly says that soul is soul, right? If a cockroach के अंदर soul है या हमारे अंदर soul है, both are exactly same. And is also clarified in Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita. It says that Vidya Vinaya Sampane Brahmani Hasti Gavi Hastini Suni Cheva Swapake Cha Panditah Samadarshina. So what he's saying is, as an elephant, as a Brahmana or dog eater, in all these four people, we have our Jivatma and Paramatma. So as a Brahmana, if I'm going to look into all these four people, I have to give the same Saman Roop because the Paramatma is same and the Jivatma is same. It's not change. But हम लोग क्या करते हैं? अरे ये तो डॉग है, अरे ये तो नीचे वाला है, ये नीचे जाती है, ये ऊपर जाती है, हम लोग उसी में फंस जाते हैं. And then we will perform some action and we have to suffer the reactions. Yes, Mataji. Yes,
But the soul is the same, but then we also carry the karma. Each soul
Package.
has
Our
its own
karma
karma
package is
baggage.
different. Yes. Yeah, that's what the thing is. Like some of the like Dwej and all the children who born and get into the devotees family. From the childhood, Krishna is giving the opportunity so that they can learn. But we were not that fortunate. We
Hmm.
got after 30 for 35 years, right? Because we had to suffer something else. Our based on karma, our package, the bundle when we born, the karma package was different. Their package is different. They are very clean. And Krishna is giving the opportunity. This morning we went to one Bhakta house and his son is born. And before the born also, during the womb also, they are listening the Krishna Katha.
Wow.
And the child is also, as we know that Bhakt Prahlad, when he was in mother's womb, Prahlad is from the demon family. Hiranyakashipu ka beta hai wo. But he got opportunity that he live in Narad Muni's ashram, his mother. And from the childhood, he was listening to Krishna Katha. When he became 5 years old, He was giving the preaching lessons to his co-friends. But
Wow.
Hiranyakashipu wants force him to go to the demons school, Gurukul, and he wants to learn the demon activities. But he said, no, Narayan is the supreme. I want to give this knowledge to others. So everyone we will say like Hare Krishna, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So he was chanting that name, and Hiranyakashipu was so angry that why you are reciting the Narayan name. And we know that katha, right? Hiranyakashipu wants to kill his own son. Not once, so many times. He tried everything. Then Bhakt Prahlad says that Vishnu and Narayan, they are everywhere. That was the Satya Yuga story. Then he said, okay, is this pillar has it? Then Narsimha Dev came from that pillar. Right? So that kind of faith we need to build. So Prahlad Maharaj, in the womb, he heard this Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita from Narad Muni when he was in the womb. So that is the fortunate soul. Soul is soul, but they are fortunate because they did some pious activities. Right? So karma ka hum logon ne thoda sa, we learned something about the karma from the king story and from that brahmachari and the Vaishya. They are part of the karma because in both the places, your consciousness, the kind of discussions you are performing, that make the difference. Right? So that is our learning thing. But sometimes it's little bit more difficult when we go to the office, meet the non-devotee people, जो भक्त नहीं है. जब हम उन लोगों से मिलते हैं तो then they test our consciousness. वो एक शब्द बोलेंगे, हम लोग 5 शब्द बोलने के लिए तैयार हो जाते हैं, और तू कैसा है और मैं कैसा वाला, राइट? तो हम भूल जाते हैं भाई भागवत गीता क्या सिखाता हमें. हमारा बिल्कुल ही अपना जो नया रूप है अंदर का, जो नया नहीं, जो पुराना रूप है वो बाहर आ जाता है. तो अगर हम लोग महात्मा गांधी की तरह एक थप्पड़ मार रहा तो हम भाई दूसरे भी लगा दे 2 दिन, ऐसा नहीं होता है. सो वी विल ट्राई टू गिव टू रिटर्न. So this is one of the example. But someone says bad to you, then you will try to say 2-3 bad thing to that person, right? And another similarly for the miscommunication thing. Sometimes happens. We think that कि इसने मुझे ऐसा कहा था नहीं था पता लगा नहीं है, पर हम अपने दिमाग में वो खिचड़ी बना लेते हैं कि ऐसा ही कहा होगा, मेरे बारे में ही बुरा बोला होगा. So these are the things we will build up, and then unnecessary things happen. Then we will take his bad karma towards us. So we have to be careful. When you don't have the good clarity, don't say anything bad about the other person. Because Krishna and the Maya is so prompt, they will take like a king punishments, all the sin go back to the all the चौपाटी में बैठे लोगों को distribute कर दिया, भाई तुम लोग बस सहज होगा. So we should not be part of that gossip things. So coming back to that, so let's do now karma. Any other questions about the karma thing? समटाइम होता है, हम लोग बार बार सुनते हैं कि सब कुछ भगवान के हाथ में है, तो मेरा कर्मा भी उन्हीं के हाथ में है. नहीं, आवर चॉइस इज आवर्स, एंड बेस्ड ऑन द चॉइस वी आर बिल्डिंग आवर कर्मा. अब उस चॉइस को बिल्कुल वाइप्ड आउट करना है, सिन को वाइप्ड आउट करना है, देन कृष्णा कैन डू इट इफ यू आर रेडी टू गिव अप, तो यू आर रेडी टू सरेंडर. Okay, so let's go to the shloka number 9 of chapter 3. Then we will quickly read 6-7 shlokas only. Then I will give you more details on that. Shloka 9 से लेके हम 20 तक पढ़ेंगे, पर simple first we will read only 9. What it says. Who wants to read? Only shloka. Okay, Sandeep, just read. I see the Dwij hand also. Dwij, you will get other 3-4 shlokas. Just read the 9 shloka and then we will discuss.
So chapter 3 and 9th one, right?
Shloka 9, yes.
Yeah.
Work done as, yeah.
Work done as a sacrifice for Vishnu has to be performed. Otherwise, work causes bondage in this material world. Therefore, O son of Kunti, perform your prescribed duties for his satisfaction, and in that way you will always remain free from bondage.
Did you understood this one?
Work done as a sacrifice.
Work done as a sacrifice for Vishnu has to be performed. Yagnartha karmano nitra. Sanskrit word यही है. It's very important shloka. It's there in this page also. It is 3.9 में यज्ञार्थ कर्मणो निद्रा लोको हम कर्म बंधन तद अर्थम कर्म कौन्तेय मुक्त संग समाचार. So this is one of the important shloka from these chapters. What is mean is, Sandeep, you want to try? What you got it? You read again and tell me.
Yeah, I think whatever the work that you are performing, right, in towards respect with respect of Vishnu, right. So I think you will always uh, get your
Because of that you are here in this material world.
uh,
So if you want
Hmm.
to get free from this bondage, or like from this bondage, so just prescribe your duty to satisfy like Lord Krishna. For his satisfaction,
Lord
perform
Vishnu.
your
Right.
duties, not
towards
to
your
be
duty.
happy, to get your desire, like to get happiness. And so
Yeah.
instead of get your happiness, try to happy Lord Krishna.
Hmm.
So perform your
Correct.
duties for
Towards
his
like,
satisfaction.
yeah.
अभी हमने सोचा इस तरीके से,
Oh.
भगवान क्या बोल रहे हैं अर्जुन को कि वॉट एवर द वर्क यू डू, यू हैव लाइक वर्क एज ए यज्ञ, राइट? इस यज्ञ है, हम एक परफॉर्मेंस दूसरी परफॉर्मेंस करते हैं, बट वेन एवर वी डू द वर्क वी ऑलवेज डू फॉर आवर सेल्फ. इतना पैसा आएगा तो ये करेंगे, हमारे 5 साल के प्लान बन जाते हैं उसमें, इतना होगा तो वो करेंगे, ये इससे मुझे खुशी होगी, ये वो. बट भगवान क्या कह रहे हैं, इज टेलिंग टू अर्जुना इज, whatever that you do, you have to perform for Vishnu. In the purport, Krishna says that Vishnu and the Narayan or Krishna, you have to perform. Otherwise, work cause bondage in this material world. You will bind with that one. You will stick into this jail, that now you will get into the birth and death birth. Because sometimes you perform good work, sometimes bad work. You will have a lot of good pious activities, punya things, and the punishments also. So if you don't do that one, then you will be in the bondage. Therefore, O son of Kunti, Arjuna, perform your prescribed duties. Prescribed duties for Arjuna kya hai? He is a Kshatriya and he has to perform his duty for the benefit of others because he's a Kshatriya. What Krishna is saying, oh son of Kunti, you don't have to think anything. You have to prescribe duties to perform karna hai for his satisfaction, for Narayan's satisfaction. And in that way, you will always remain free from the bondage. So now for us, we are not Kshatriya, we are not like going for fight. So what is our prescribed duties? To please Lord Krishna. That is our duty. But we are not doing that one. We are always thinking that what I should do, it will please me. अभी तक हम लोग यही सोचते आते हैं, जो मैं अपना बता रहा हूँ, राइट? हमने कभी भी इस तरीके से सोचा नहीं वो भगवान कैसे खुश होंगे, कभी हमने सोचा नहीं, मैं गारंटी बता रहा हूँ. हमने अपनी तरफ से सोचा, अरे चलो आज न्यू ईयर है, चले जाते हैं मंदिर, मत्था टेक आते हैं. हम अपनी सहूलियत के हिसाब से जा रहे हैं. अगर उसमें कोई कॉल आ जाए घर से, आपने 4 घंटे फोन पे बिता दिए, अरे ठीक है आज नहीं होगा, नेक्स्ट संडे चले जाएंगे, वो देन नेक्स्ट संडे विल नेवर कम एंड देन न्यू ईयर आ जाता है. सो वी आर टेकिंग एवरीथिंग इज ए ग्रांटेड and we are doing the activities for our convenience. We are not performing any yagnas. Yagna is not like fire sacrifice. Yagna is your prescribed duties. So when we perform, then we are free from the bondage. If we don't do that one, we are in the bondage, and then we will go through the same materialistic life, all the miseries, and we will be in the birth and life cycle. Now we clear, right? If anyone will read this shloka, you will immediately say, okay, Krishna Narayan is saying that you have to perform duties, prescribed duties for me. If you don't do that one, there is no if and then else ka condition nahi hai usme. It's a, if you do this one, you are free from bondage. If you don't do this, this is. Make sense? Okay, let's read 2 shloka everyone and then we will stop. 10 and 11. Let's start with Dvij. Only translation we are reading. And I will ask everyone, please read the translation also. Inside that translation, purport is there, Prabhupada gave. But I'm going to touch on each points, but I would recommend everyone, please make a habit of reading Bhagavad Gita. Okay, 10 and 11, Dvij.
In the beginning of creation, the Lord of all creatures sent forth generations of men and demigods, along with sacrifices for Vishnu, and blessed them by saying, be thou happy with the yajna, sacrifice, because its performance will bestow upon you everything desirable for living happily and achieving liberation. Purport?
No, the text 11 now.
The demigods, being pleased by sacrifices, will also please you, and thus by cooperation between men and demigod, prosperity will reign for all.
Very nice. So now, the further the Krishna is saying is, in the beginning of the creations, the Lord, which we said, the Vishnu, right? Our Garbhodaksha Vishnus, they all created and sent so many men and demigods to this planet and asking them to perform the sacrifice for Vishnu, Narayan. In Satya Yuga, Krishna mentioned that one in the beginning in the Shastras. He says that in Satya Yuga, what we have to do to please Lord? Anyone know? What we have to do in the Satya Yuga to please?
Dhyan Yoga.
Dhyan Yoga, meditation. So he sent so many men and demigod to perform the sacrifice by saying that one you have to perform, what you have to do is the meditations. By happily, if you do that one, then I will bestow upon everything, whatever is the desirable for you. He will give, and including you can achieve the liberations. That was Narayan. That's what the Krishna recommended for everyone. He had a lot of things. The Brahma created so many things. And in the Satyuga, so many demigods came. They are only performing the meditation, Dhyan Yoga. And Krishna says that you will everything desirable and the living happily and achieving the liberation. And the second, number 11, the demigod being pleased by sacrifice. When we also do some sacrifice, demigod will be pleased. When demigod will give you something, is this permanent or non-permanent or temporary?
Very.
Anything you will go to demigod, anywhere. Any Devi, Durga, idhar udhar jate hain, you got something. Is it that bestow, that blessing is a permanent or non-permanent or temporary?
Non-permanent.
Permanent is a?
No.
Yes, it's not permanent. That only live when you are living in this planet. Until and unless you will ask for devotion service. Then the demigod will go to the higher authority and I said, I cannot give that one. It has to come from the supreme. Then that is permanent. But rest thing you say, मुझे तो धन दौलत चाहिए, मेरा बेटा एग्जाम दे रहा है, वो चाहिए, ये चाहिए. You can ask so many things. Everything has the expiry date. You will be get because demigod will be pleased so easily. But anything you are asking for the devotion, then you have to go to the higher authority or spiritual master or to the other higher thing or the Goswami or Acharya who will open your eyes with the torch of knowledge. But rest of the thing is all temporary. So now look into this one example. Hiranyakashipu. What he was asking to Brahma. You know the Hiranyakashipu is the father of Prahlad. He asked something. What he asked? Yes, Dvij.
That he cannot be killed. He wanted to never be. He wanted to be immortal, but they didn't allow. So he said, "I don't want to be killed inside or outside, in day or night, by man or animal."
Yeah.
And no one can kill. And that.
Correct. No, you're right. It should be not day and night. It should not be killed by man or woman or animal. So is that he got it, that everything?
Or inside or outside.
Or inside or outside.
Yeah.
So he put so many conditions. Brahma said, but his intention was he wants to be immortal. Brahma, he was asking Brahma to be immortal, but Brahma himself is not immortal. Brahma has his own lifespan. How he could give that blessing to other person that you will be immortal? For that level of thing, he has to go to the higher authority, right? हमारे ऑफिस में जैसे कोई अपने लेवल का होता है भाई अप्रूव डन, बट थोड़ा हायर होता था हम थोड़े और हायर अथॉरिटी के पास जाते हैं भाई ये बजट हमारा $250 million, 250,000 से ऊपर है तो अपने को बजट वहां जाना पड़ेगा. So similarly, Brahma also go to the supreme authority to give this permanent thing. But he was not asking devotion. He was asking that I should be immortal. Amar rahun hamesha. Koi mujhe maar na sake. But there are some loophole. He never thought that the Narayan can turn into the Narsimha of that. And what else? There are so many demons. They did so many years of meditation to get this temporary thing.
Even Ravana.
Even Ravana, he was so elevated, knowledgeable Brahman. He did किसकी भक्ति किया था उसने? शिव भगवान की,
Shiv
Shiv.
Bhakti.
Shiva, Shiva.
Yeah.
right? Why Shiv is not giving that much of thing to Ravana? Still the Ravana is got killed by Ram. You can name so many demons. They did so many years of meditation to reach out to demigod for some material things which is temporary. So to get in this, what we learn in this birth, you can get the permanent thing when we reach out to Narayan and Krishna for permanent only by devotion. That will go birth after birth. If you from day to day you think that okay मेरे को भक्ति बहुत हो गया मैं छोड़ रहा हूँ and you give up your body, Krishna will give the opportunity so that you can start from the same spot. But there is no guarantee that how many birth you have to take. But he remember, we forgot that oh हम लोगों ने कभी भागवत गीता पढ़ा और कथा सुना था. But he remember. That's why द्विज हम लोग सेम एज में इस भक्ति में नहीं आए, हम अलग अलग एज में आए. That is the reason that Krishna knows that where I should start your bhakti. तो कोई भक्त जैसे अब मैं एग्जांपल बता रहा हूँ जैसे भक्त प्रहलाद महाराज, he from the womb itself he started his devotion. We went to so many devotee house, they have the children's and they got the devotions level from the childhood, right? So this all part of our karmas, what is our expectation is, right? What is our desire is that one. What is my choices? If we make our right choice, then the things will go very easy in this birth. We don't have to take liberation also. Krishna is saying that you are already liberated. What does the liberated mean actually? Anyone? What does the liberation mean?
Free from this material body.
Free from detachment. Can you detach from this material world? No, yes. You can always. When you want to detach from this material world, you have to attach to something. So the attachment is our Supreme Lord. If you attach to him, then you can easily detach. We are not saying that सब कुछ बच्चे को छोड़ करके हम जंगल में चले जाएं और साधना करें. ये नहीं, भगवान he is not saying that thing. You are still with the family, but your detachment is the understanding from the Bhagavad Gita that my responsibility as a parents, I have to raise my kids in the better environment, give them the knowledge. And the same time, I have to attach to the Lord so that how I can serve him, how I can please him. Okay. So let's read two more sloka. Who wants to read? 12 and 13. Kushbu, you want to read?
I don't
Okay.
have the book, so sorry.
Okay. No. Let's ask. I think they don't have it. They are reading online from laptop. 12 and 13. Then I will ask Madhu Mataji there. You can read 14 and 15. Then we will stop. 12 and 13.
In charge of the various necessities of life, the demigods, being satisfied by the performance of yajna, will supply all necessities to you. But he who enjoys such gifts without offering them to the demigods in return is certainly a thief.
Yeah.
The devotees to should I explain?
Yeah.
Okay.
13. Read 13. Then we will discuss.
Okay. The devotees of the Lord are released from all kinds of sins because they eat food which is offered first for sacrifice. Others who prepare food for personal sense enjoyment verily eat only sin.
Okay. Now explaining both of them. What is that? Why he said thief? Krishna is telling everyone thief.
Uh,
Bec-
Yeah, let her try. I think it's very simple.
yeah, um, I think Krishna is saying that anyone like who is enjoying anything, whatever Krishna has given, but because everything whatever we are enjoying is all given by Krishna, Lord Krishna. So if we are just enjoying them and we are not offering them to the demigods, then that means uh,
You
how to
are
say
you are actively not give. You are actively
we are
storing.
not acknowledging whatever we are getting.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's why he's saying that you are it's like you
You are
will be a
getting
thief.
anything, but you are
Anyone
not.
who is just enjoying and not acknowledging
Kind of.
is a thief.
Is a
But
belief.
the devotee is like who who whatever they are like, it's eating and anything whatever they have,
Yeah.
they first offer to Krishna, and then they like enjoy those gifts. So they are like they are not how to say,
Correct. No,
they
no,
are not like
I got your point. So here the thing is, we drink water. We didn't manufacture it. We never realized that it's come from Krishna. And Krishna says that without offering and remembering me, if you take it, you are a thief. Did we ever thought that one before this reading this sloka? This is coming directly from Krishna. Krishna is saying that now I'm just talking about one water. We are utilizing everything, tree, plants, air, oxygen, and everything we are utilizing. We never acknowledge. Right? When we born, we didn't get anything. We were empty-handed.
Correct.
But now we are utilizing everything and we are declaring that an ownership. This belongs to me. That belongs to me. A house belongs to me. This or everything. So now the second 13 Krishna says the devotee of the Lord are released from all kind of sin because they eat food which is offered first for sacrifice. Because whatever we cooked at the home, we offer to him, right? Hamara habit hota hai, we will take as the prasadam. And now we will need to make a habit that, okay, Krishna, thank you for this. And there is a few mantras. We remember our Guru and Krishna that please accept this offer. Once we offer that thing, it will become a prasadam. And now what we are eating? Only prasadam. And prasadam is not different than Krishna. How? Tell me how. We will stop. We are just discussing. 14th and 15th we will read from next class. How the prasadam is equivalent to Krishna. We ever thought that, first of all? Oh, prasadam, how it become a Krishna? Okay, Dwij is raising hand. Yes, Dwij.
I've got a question. If
No,
it,
no, 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 no question. First, my question you have to answer, then I will take your question.
yeah,
Why the prasadam is equivalent to Krishna?
yeah, it's a question about the question.
Okay, so hold on to your question, then first answer this question, then come back to your question. Okay, okay. So now I will tell you, simple. Let's go with the some practice. So in last to last class, I think in this class I discussed is I have an empty paper and simple paper. It's on the ground, and we don't care much. As soon I will draw the Krishna picture in that one, it's on the floor. Immediately you will grab and put on your head. That's somewhere that inside our consciousness, परमात्मा आवाज देता है, ये तो भगवान है. वो कुछ देर तक भगवान नहीं थे पहले, पर वो भगवान होगा. एक पत्थर है, अगर वो नॉर्मल पत्थर जमीन में पड़ा है कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. अगर हम किसी कारीगर को दे दें, अगर वो उसमें राम कृष्ण भगवान की मूर्ति बना दे, तो हमारा कॉन्शियसनेस इमीडिएटली चले जा रहे तो भगवान है. अब नाउ भगवान इज नॉट डिफरेंट देन हिमसेल्फ. अब now it doesn't matter. Now it's also proved that Narasimha, Krishna is everywhere. But our consciousness, when it was a plain paper, we were saying, oh, it's a simple paper. But Krishna is always there. Right? Our consciousness changed. Now, the same paper doesn't have Krishna's picture, but it's written just Krishna. Can you step on it, that paper? Still, we don't step. Because we know that Krishna Murti picture is not different than the Krishna name. Somewhere that आवाज आएगा अंदर से. Consciousness will tell, Paramatma will says that one, is his Lord. अब उसी पेपर के ऊपर कोई एक छोटा सा चावल का दाना पड़ा है, किसी ने बताया नहीं कि प्रसाद है. अगर जैसी पता चलेगा ये प्रसाद है, आप गारंटी उसको मतलब झाड़ू नहीं लगाओगे, वो प्रसाद को प्रसाद की तरह उठाओगे. पेपर सेम था, बट उसमें पिक्चर है या भगवान का नाम है या चाहे प्रसाद हो, is everything is equal because our consciousness says that is the Lord, Supreme Lord, is directly or indirectly is connected to Krishna himself. Make sense? So somewhere जो एक आवाज अंदर से आती है हम लोगों को कि भाई ये सही नहीं हो रहा है ना, ये आता है. So that is our consciousness. We need to purify that one. If you are atheist, it doesn't matter. You will put your leg, झाड़ू कुछ भी लगा दोगे. But when you start building the consciousness, then your consciousness will tell that it is Krishna. इट इज एक चावल का दाना हो, चाहे भगवान का नाम ही लिखा हो उस कागज पर, बहुत अच्छी तरह से लिखा होगा तो आप संभाल के किताब के बीच में लगा लोगे उसको। अगर भगवान की फोटो होगी तो उसको दीवार में लगा लोगे, फ्रेम भी लगाओगे। पर पहले वो एक सिंपल पेपर ही था, राइट? सो दैट्स व्हाट द शास्त्र सेज, दैट कृष्णा हिमसेल्फ coming in Dwapar Yuga versus Krishna in our book in Shastras is no different. Krishna is Krishna. तो हमने अपना कॉन्शियसनेस ऐसा होना चाहिए कि हम ऐसा कुछ करें कि कृष्णा हमारे पास अट्रैक्ट हो। हमारा कुछ करें वो वाला है कि हम हाउ वी कैन मेक हिम हैप्पी। मेक सेंस? So Krishna is not different than. That's why what we are saying early morning and every time I say chant. Krishna name is, when you chant, you are calling him, begging him that Krishna, please engage me on your service. How I can make you happy? Give me the knowledge. Yes, Jigna Mataji.
So just a very quick note I want to add. So whenever I fly, and if there is a turbulence, I get very scared. Always I have had that
Everyone
thing.
will be scared. I will tell you my experience also. Yeah.
But I think I get very, very scared. So मतलब या तो मुझे ऐसे लगता है. But now, so yesterday only it happened that when I was coming here to Houston, एक बहुत turbulence था. And then what I thought is I was just chanting the Maha Mantra.
Yeah.
Because I said either it will just pass and I will reach my destination, or something really dreaded will happen. In
Yeah.
which case, then I'll get moksha if I'm taking the name while. So
That's
the
good
fear
actually.
went
Yeah.
away. So the
Yeah.
fear went away. So
It's true.
that
This is not one story. I can tell you so many story. And like few months back, I was in Michigan. That was the winter time, January mid. Coming from like above the New York and that side, when I came, it was so much of turbulence. I never heard it actually. I was literally thinking that ये जहाज कब नीचे उतरेगा, जबकि हम लोग भक्ति का नाम भी सब कुछ चल रहा है, फिर भी अपने माइंड में टर्बुलेंस है वो कि क्या होगा, right? So but still I was doing the same, remembering, but it was, I never heard that kind of the turbulence. It was continuously for 10 seconds, is like going up and down and shaking, right? So that happens. So that's a good thing is, and that turbulence comes, you remember the Krishna. People remember mostly the their financial thing, their family, and all the things. क्या होगा में ही मर जाते हैं. At least we should remember Krishna. There is no harm, because when Krishna gave me birth, he gave them also birth. So he has planned for me, so he has planned for them also. Right? हम लोगों ने उसके भी काफी सारी स्टोरी सुनी है, जो है ना. We will discuss that one. But the thing is, at any turbulence, any challenges will come, is always a good practice that remember Krishna. With that, I think I crossed 7 minutes. My target was 10:30, but it was good discussion about the karma. Now, I think today we learned so many good things about our consciousness is changed. Before we never thought that, okay, ऐसे भी मेरे को punishment मिल सकता था, right? So yeah, Duij का question है, मधु इधर, my wife she saying, okay, Duij का कोई question था. So we will take Duij question next class. First we start the Duij question, right? I want to stick to that 1 hour class, right? But we started 5-7 minutes late because by that time, I think 2 other families also, Aparna, they didn't join, and there are one more family. They are traveling, so they didn't join, hopefully. So with that, I will stop this recording. If anyone wants to stop.